we need to talk. There's only 5 episodes left, and it is time that we start theorizing and have a main suspect, and that is why I'm doing this video, because I know who killed Jason, and I want to talk about it, and I have a theory to prove it. All right, you're going to have to just use your imagination here, because at first you're going to be like, this makes no sense, this isn't possible, but believe me, it is completely possible. So, I definitely believe that one of the serpents killed Jason, and I don't even know his name, and like I looked on IMDb and he's not even credited, but this is what they're doing. They're going to really surprise us, and they're going to just like shock us with this person, and then he's going to be like a main character next season. So it's the guy with the mohawk with the blonde hair, and he has like the feather earring. You know what I'm talking about, the leather jacket. Yes, the black jeans. I don't know his name, but let's just say his name is Bob. He is definitely the killer because he's the only person that they've never even given a name. And like, I don't even know if they've given him a name, but I don't think so because he's not credited. And he's kind of always lurking in the background, like in the bar scene this week. He was way in the back, like in the men's bathroom. You could kind of see his mohawk. So this is what they're trying to do. They're trying to really surprise us and really shock us by making it the least likely person, because you guys know it's the least likely person who's always the killer. So Bob is definitely Jason's killer because he was jealous of him. This is my theory, my personal theory. He was jealous of him because he was in love with Polly, and he, in his mind, had asked her out many times, but she always turned him down. So he knew if he killed him, she would finally notice him. And guess what? She still hasn't noticed him. Are you following me? I mean, does this make sense to you? Because you want to know what? It doesn't make any sense to me because April Fools. I mean, I hope everyone celebrates April Fools because you guys probably thought I was completely crazy, but I started thinking, you know what? This video is going to air on April Fool's Day, and I've got to pull a joke on you guys because I actually really like jokes, and this is like my favorite holiday. So let's get into this real video, because probably I've got a lot of thumbs downs and a lot of crazy comments now, but I thought it was funny. All right, so quickly let's talk about the episode. So happy with Alice Cooper. What is weird, and I'm going to shut up about this because a lot of you don't even know what I'm talking about. This is real now, no more jokes. But I've been watching Twin Peaks a lot. So Madchen Amick, who is Betty's mom, Alice, on the show, is one of the big stars of Twin Peaks. She plays Shelley Johnson, and I'm like in love with her character there. So I don't want to hate her anymore. Like, I've hated her on this show, okay? And I was like, I'm not going to hate her anymore. But the weirdest thing is, the first episode that I watched, back from watching a bunch of Twin Peaks, she's like a really nice person. It's like the stars are aligning. But I was so proud of her, and I was really proud of her for accepting her daughter, inviting her to come back in with them, and for kicking out her husband, which he was being a complete jerk, and I do think he deserved it. But I'm wondering, like, what exactly has she done in the past? Because she was saying, like, you know, things can get crazy with me, so I don't know what she's done in the past, but so proud of her. There was just some great moments with her, and especially with Betty. And it's crazy, if you've seen Twin Peaks, or if you want to Google what she looked like in Twin Peaks, she really looks so much like Lily, who plays her daughter, that it's just freaky. Like, it's amazing casting. But I think that Veronica looks a lot like Hermione as well. So I was really hoping and pulling for Jughead's dad. You know, I think the last time the show was on a couple weeks ago, I was like, I think he's really trying. I think he's going to turn around. But he just seemed to be really sleazy in this episode, especially at the end. And it bothered me a lot that he had made the whole thing with Joaquin and Kevin a setup. It was fake. The good news is I think Joaquin actually has feelings for Kevin, and maybe he will help him out in the future and tell him what's going down. But I was sad that he would set this up and just make him pretend to like him and everything. And I still don't understand the serpent's connection with everything. I don't think that Jughead's dad killed Jason, but I don't understand the importance of the serpents and the fact that Jughead's dad has, his jacket and possibly had some of the drugs. I mean, I feel like he took the drugs from the car, but I felt like he did that for his personal gain. But then again, I don't know. But we need to talk about who I really and truly think killed Jason, and that is Polly, because it makes sense to me. I like the fact that she is actually a teen on the show. I don't want it to be an adult, so that's kind of my personal choice. But I just think it makes sense for it to be a teen, But my main reasons are her story that she always tells about when Jason disappeared, it just doesn't add up for me. Something's just not right. And what really stuck out this week when she was telling that story, she said, you know, we'd broken up, and then when I found out I was pregnant, I told him that I was pregnant, and then we got back together. Now, I know there's some upstanding guys out there who were in high school who may persuade them to get back with their ex-girlfriend. But I think 9 times out of 10, it's either going to completely scare the guy and his first reaction is to back off and not get right back together. Or if he's not a very nice guy, his first reaction is to run and cut off communication. So I think he probably did one of those things. I don't know what kind of guy he is because we haven't really gotten enough flashbacks. I'm kind of thinking they want us to think he's not the greatest guy in the world. But I really don't know what his reaction would be to her telling him that. But I find it hard to believe that was his reason for getting back together because, you know, guys really aren't usually mature at that age. And I think that she was an obsessed girlfriend. They've alluded to that before. And I think once she found out she was pregnant, which I don't even know if it's his baby, but when he heard that news, he probably really freaked. Maybe he said some stuff that he shouldn't have or that wasn't very nice. And that's when she decided he should die. Now, I don't think it was like a jerk reaction and she killed him right there. It was an elaborate plot, and I really do think she had some help, so maybe this is where the serpents come in. But maybe she did it on her own. I don't know. But I really think she would be a perfect person to be the killer. It would make so much sense. She has a strong motive, and then with her character not being a major focus and a character we didn't even meet till well into the first season, if she goes to jail forever or goes to a mental institution, then it won't hurt the rest of the show. We can easily move on from that and all the main characters are still intact and we can start a new mystery next season. So that's what really makes sense to me right now. And I'm at the point where I do want to have a suspect. I do want to theorize more because we only have a few more episodes. So it's time, I think, for all of us to try to figure out who is our suspect. And just saying one of the serpents or one of the parents, you know, to me, we're beyond that at this point, except for Bob with the mohawk and the feather earring. I totally made that character up, by the way. But I'm very curious and open to see who you think is the killer. Do you have a certain person, an actual person in mind, and why, and what is their motive? Because again, like I've always said, the people who wrote this show said they want us to figure it out. So I don't think it's going to be someone that comes out of the blue or someone we haven't met or someone's relative from somewhere, because it would be impossible for us to try to figure it out if we did not know them at all. If you didn't know, every Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern, I have a live chat. It's always a lot of fun because we theorize there and a lot of people come to them, so it's so much fun. Hopefully you can make one. If not, it's always up on my channel after. A lot of things are coming up on KELLIETV. April is Pretty Little Liars month, and I know a lot of you guys watch that. That'll be the last 10 episodes we'll ever see, so a lot's going to go on. I will also be having a live chat leading up to the show. I will release that information on Twitter. I'm watching Twin Peaks. If you didn't know, Twin Peaks season 1 and 2 are on Netflix, so you can watch, or maybe you've already seen it. I really enjoy it. It's a great mystery, and the killer reveal was really good and hard to figure out. Twin Peaks is brand new, season 3 returning, brand new, modern times, everything. May 21st on Showtime. I will be covering that, so I do highly recommend it. It is very, to me, different than everything else we currently watch. It took me a while to get into it. You may try it and say, this is crap, I can't watch it. I don't know. I'm not trying to hate on the show, but it was hard for me. I would suggest giving it some time. But it may be something that's not for you, and that's fine. It's asking a lot of some of you guys because it's a lot of episodes and it's from the past. Maybe that doesn't bother you because I had an issue with it, but the past being like 1990. But I'm just saying I will be doing it. So if you want to get on board with that, you're definitely going to need to watch the first 2 seasons. I think you would be really lost if you don't watch them and jump right into season 3. So I love you guys. You guys are awesome. I hope you don't hate me for playing a joke on you, but I don't know, it's funny to me. But if you stuck around to the end of this video, just write, you are funny in the comments, or you suck or something. I don't know, because you might be mad at me. But I just want to know who stuck it out instead of exiting it out when I made no sense. So I hope you guys have a great weekend. I'll see you soon. Bye. Thank you so much for watching this episode of KELLIETV. I would love for you to subscribe and be a part of the KELLIETV family. Also, don't forget to follow me on Twitter so you can keep up with all I'm doing.